It's a season to remember. One of miraculous catches.
And Lewis caught it on the deflection. Lewis is going to score. Touchdown Auburn. A miracle in Jordan Hare.
And heart-stopping, record-breaking returns.
Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. Holy cow.
Now, the Auburn Tigers get a shot at another crystal ball. A national championship in this, their season of destiny. Here's ABC 3340 Sports Director, Mike Rada.
Welcome everyone to Newport Beach, California, about 1 hour south of Pasadena, site of tomorrow night's BCS championship game. It's been a busy week as the teams lead up to this big game, but it has been a very good week. Today, the finishing touches. The two coaches, Auburn's Gus Malzahn and Florida State's Jimbo Fisher, met the media and posed with the trophy. And the teams had their pictures taken at the Rose Bowl. Just about everything that can be said has been said, but here are a few final words.
When you first go out there on the field, you get the environment around you, and you're able to reflect a little bit. And then when you go back out there for real, you've got to flip the switch.
Emotions are key to me in rivalry games and big games like this, because your emotions can only stay at that top level, that high peak, for a certain amount of time. And if you get them there too quick, I think it can be detrimental. It can wear you out.
There's a feeling out period when you have a 30-day layoff, that is a little bit, not normal. And so there'll be a feeling out period, I'm sure, on both sides. And after the first quarter, things will probably settle down.
I still think our best game's out there. I'm looking forward to playing it on Monday night, and our kids are looking for the challenge. We've had a great week of practice, so it's been a wonderful experience.
Jeff Spiegel joins me now, and Jeff, obviously one of the big keys for an Auburn victory is trying to contain Jameis Winston.
Well, Mike, Auburn's got a solid record against good quarterbacks. They've beaten two Heisman finalists, but tomorrow night they play the Heisman winner, perhaps their toughest test of the year. Winston has thrown for 3,800 yards and 38 touchdowns, and he has several targets: Nick O'Leary, Rashad Green, Kenny Shaw, and 6'5" Kelvin Benjamin, who leads the Noles with 14 touchdown catches.
We face, big receivers just as big as Benji, but it's not, nothing new to us.
Facing these receivers is going to be one that I feel we have been tested for, one I feel we're ready for.
The key Monday will not be giving Winston enough time to find those receivers. Auburn's going to bring the pressure. They've got 29 sacks this season, 110 quarterback hurries.
That's our job, is to go out there and make it hard for him. And we're going to go out there and do that to the best of our ability.
I think pressure makes any quarterback, average, so we definitely want to put pressure on this quarterback, really affect his decisions.
And if Winston is chased out of the pocket, he's got mobility to make some yards. But Dee Ford has chased down the most mobile quarterback in college football, in Johnny football. So Ford is ready for showtime.
What better opportunity than we have than to be on national TV, in front of millions, to really show what we can do and what we've worked to do.
And that makes for a good segue into this. Former Auburn quarterback Damian Craig, who got his first real chance at being a college coach at Florida State, recruited Jameis Winston to the Seminoles, and so you might wonder how those relationships will affect tomorrow night's game.
I've sat in the meetings with those guys. I know their strengths and weaknesses. I know what the coach think about them. So it's not hard for me. I think I have a different view of what's going on over there. I have a better view than anybody else. I think I'm the only guy on the field that have a direct influence on both teams playing in that championship. So, whether or not that help us or not, it really doesn't matter.
He also has a great knowledge of Jameis Winston. Craig's the guy who recruited him to FSU and coached him once he got there.
I think Jameis is out to prove that I made a mistake by coming here. I think that's his ultimate goal, is to show me that, Coach, you shouldn't have left.
While he was recruiting him, and even since, Craig has had Winston on the brain, to the point that he has visions about him.
It was one of them about playing with guns, and I told him not to play with guns, and a couple days later he got in trouble playing with BB guns and paint guns. I told him that we would play them in the national championship midway through the season, and he laughed at that one.
What's your latest vision?
Can't tell you that.
A star as a player at Auburn back in the day, he's a rising star as a coach, and his former coach and boss saw it coming.
Yeah, I did, because I think he had passion for the game. And I think to be a coach, you have to have passion for the game.
He deserves a lot of credit for me being here. I'm not ashamed to say that. He's a great man. He's a great coach. He knows how to motivate people. It's just a blessing to have an opportunity to come back to Auburn University.
Yeah. Coming up later, I sat down with Gus Malzahn for a candid one-on-one chat. I'll share that with you. But next, we'll hear from an Auburn legend who never played a game for the Tigers. Can you guess who I'm talking about?
And Lewis caught it on the deflection. Lewis is going to score. Lewis is going to score. Lewis is going to score. Touchdown Auburn. Touchdown Auburn. A miracle in Jordan Hare. A miracle in Jordan Hare.
No hassle, no haggle car buying for over 15 years. That's Ronnie Watkins Ford in Gadsden.
No gimmicks, no high-pressure deals. Just great prices and friendly service. Where Alabama shops Ford.
RonnieWatkinsFord.com.
Bama Fever Tiger Pride wants to congratulate the Auburn Tigers on their berth to the BCS National Championship. As the world's largest supplier of Alabama and Auburn merchandise, Bama Fever Tiger Pride invites you to check out all the latest gear from Auburn's Season of Destiny. With all the latest Iron Bowl and SEC Championship apparel, plus everything you need to get outfitted before and after the big game in Pasadena, Bama Fever Tiger Pride has it all. Come by one of our convenient locations today.
This jumbo popcorn chicken is great.
I got the spicy kind for my tennis elbow. Doctor told me I had to spice it.
Probably ice it is what he said.
I'm gonna live. Yeah!
Original and spicy jumbo popcorn chicken, starting at just $1.99. This is how you Sonic.
What's new at TJ Maxx? Italian leather handbags that'll rock your new year. Deals on designer heels that'll kickstart your style. And a totally new way to score. Now you can shop online at tjmaxx.com. Check it out and let us make a Maxxinista out of you. TJ Maxx.
I'm everywhere that my customers are.
In the grocery store.
Go to church together. You're a part of their life.
You can go in and sit down face to face.
I wrote a life insurance policy one time standing at a man's tractor with the application leaned up against the tractor tire.
They call you on Saturday or Sunday.
And the client said, "Did I wake you up?"
When my client needs me, though, my family understands I have to go and help them. They know Alpha is going to be right there.
I get to help others here in my hometown.
For the best agents in the business, call Alpha.
We could have practiced other areas of law, so why Social Security disability? In no other way can we bring relief to so many.
The payoff for me is that moment when I say, Mr. Godby, we won.
Hey, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Miss Tate?
Yes?
We won.
Oh, thank you. Miss Johnson, we did it.
Yes!
Because it's those moments which tell us we're right where we're supposed to be.
No hassle, no haggle car buying for over 15 years. That's Ronnie Watkins Ford in Gadsden.
No gimmicks, no high-pressure deals. Just great prices and friendly service. Where Alabama shops Ford.
RonnieWatkinsFord.com.
Strike the pose. Auburn fullback Jay Prosch did just that at Media Day. The biggest guns in the room, and he's proud to show them off. This week, his teammates referred to him as the Hulk, Hercules, Zeus, and a statue. He's solid as a rock, and he's a big key to Auburn's rushing attack. Jeff, even in 2010, when the Auburn Tigers won the national championship, I think the excitement of that season pales in comparison to the excitement of this season.
And Mike, the guy who's helped add to that excitement is Auburn play-by-play man Rod Bramlett, who might have punched his ticket into the Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
Go crazy, Cadillac! Go crazy! Touchdown, Auburn!
I'm one of those people who absolutely love what they're doing.
Before Rod Bramlett was Auburn's radio man, he grew up a radio fan in Valley, Alabama, listening to legends like the Georgia Bulldogs' Larry Munson.
40, 1, Lindsey, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, Lindsey shot, Lindsey shot, Lindsey shot!
And it was Larry's passion calling a game that it just was infectious. I mean, you listen and you could tell he was living and dying every single play.
And he was a big fan of the Auburn Tigers' Jim Fife.
Nix, he floats one in the end zone. It is caught! Touchdown, Auburn! Sanders caught it! Touchdown, Auburn!
You know, I learned all the do's and don'ts from Jim. Just being around him, watching him work.
When Fife passed away in 2003, Bramlett, already the baseball play-by-play man, took over football and basketball duties as well. The fan reaction was mixed.
I've got a manila folder 2-3 inches thick of emails and letters from fans saying how excited congratulations. And there'll be some out there who never accept you because they just identify Jim Fife with Auburn football and Auburn basketball on the radio.
In 11 seasons, he's called 3 SEC championships and the national championship.
The kick is good! Auburn wins!
And then came the November to remember.
Here's your ball game. Nick Marshall.
My job is to kind of paint a picture.
Stands in, steps up.
Sometimes you convey emotion is more important than the actual picture you're trying to paint. As we're lining up for that play, I mean, it's dismal.
Going to throw downfield, just a home run ball.
I remember everything that came out of my mouth until the ball went up in the air and into Ricardo's hands.
It is tipped off, and Lewis caught it on the deflection. Lewis is going to score! Lewis is going to score! Lewis is going to score! Touchdown Auburn! Touchdown Auburn! A miracle in Jordan Hare! A miracle in Jordan Hare!
Until 2 weeks later, it was the loudest I'd ever heard that place.
So I guess if this thing comes up short, he can field it and run it out. All right, here we go. 56-yarder. It's got, no, does not have the leg.
Then you can see the left side of the field just completely open up. I remember what I said on that play.
There goes Davis! Oh my God!
And I thought Stan White in the background was just so awesome. You're taught never to do that on your play-by-play guy. You never do that. And yet it was just perfect.
Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back! Auburn's going to win the football game! Auburn's going to win the football game! He ran the missed field goal back! He ran it back 109 yards! They're not going to keep him off the field tonight! Holy cow!
No one has ever seen Jordan Hare Stadium pour out on the field like it did that night. And people didn't want to go home.
Holy cow! Oh my God!
The booth was bedlam. There were a lot of high fives, some hugging, there may be men kissing. I don't know. I don't remember. It was just a blur. The greatest compliments I've received have been from those fans who have said, Rod, we've loved your work. You know, we love Jim. We've loved your work up to this point. You have stepped out of that shadow now. And to me, that is a great compliment.
And we thought a miracle in Jordan Hare was amazing.
To think that I was able to describe it, hopefully in a way that brought a lot of memories, joy, tears, whatever, means everything in the world.
Oh my Lord in heaven!
That's great stuff.
That's all. I get goosebumps.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Rod says he's a little uncomfortable with all the FaceTime he's been getting. That's why he got into radio.
Maybe that's what we should have done.
Yeah, maybe so.
All right, coming up next, Nick Marshall has been brilliant, but should something happen to him, Auburn's in pretty good shape. And don't forget, tomorrow at 5:30, log on to ABC3340.com and participate in a live chat with myself and Al Del Greco from the Rose Bowl. We'll take your questions, and we'll be back.
Season of Destiny is brought to you by Wettermark and Keith.
Was your car accident caused by someone who was texting and driving? That's when you need the protection of Wettermark Keith. Wettermark Keith has recovered millions of dollars for their clients, and they can help you too. After an accident, call 800-309-0500.
My law firm represents victims of texting and driving. Call me anytime and I'll talk to you for free. And we don't get paid until we recover money for you.
Wettermark Keith, because your case matters. Call 800-309-0500.
I've heard Legacy Credit Union has lower fees and better rates. Is it easy to switch to Legacy?
Of course. Just apply for membership, complete our simple switch kit, and we'll do the rest. We'll set up your direct deposit, move your accounts, and even change your automatic draft. If you live, work, worship, or attend school in the 7-county Birmingham area, you are eligible to join Legacy. Take advantage of the Legacy difference. Apply today at legacycreditunion.com or at any Legacy branch.
Bama Fever Tiger Pride wants to congratulate the Auburn Tigers on their berth to the BCS National Championship. As the world's largest supplier of Alabama and Auburn merchandise, Bama Fever Tiger Pride invites you to check out all the latest gear from Auburn's Season of Destiny. With all the latest Iron Bowl and SEC Championship apparel, plus everything you need to get outfitted before and after the big game in Pasadena, Bama Fever Tiger Pride has it all. Come by one of our convenient locations today.
Public notice. It's the final days of the massive $10 million warehouse inventory sell-off at Ashley Furniture Home Store. Tons of merchandise has been trucked in from the warehouse to the showroom and is priced for immediate disposal. Find a huge selection of living room furniture, dining room furniture, bedroom furniture, mattresses, and more. Sacrificed at extreme, drastic price cuts. Hurry. Once it's gone for good. During the final days of the massive $10 million warehouse inventory sell-off at Ashley Furniture Home Store.
When I was a kid, my teeth were crooked. They stuck out and I was embarrassed by my smile. Braces changed my life. It's why I'm an orthodontist today. I'm Dr. John Phillips, and at PT Orthodontics, we want everyone who needs braces to have them. That's why we make it easy and affordable for everyone, with no down payment and low affordable monthly payments. Call PT Orthodontics today and get started. With 6 locations, we're in your neighborhood. And check us out at ptortho.com.
Okay, all right, guys. So today we got 16 periods. Now, I don't want to see any guys out there acting like a bunch of darn skirts. All right, that's losing during football right there.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Pace, run it, run it, run it, run it.
We're trying to take it off your legs today. So we're going to cut it down a period of special teams, okay? We're not going to have any flex to tell you to take it off your legs.
There's a lot of teams in college football. Some are going like this, some are going...
We're going like this.
The great thing about Media Day is we get to see who the hams are and the guys who will step out on a limb, like those 3 Gus Malzahn impersonators. Media Day was a free-for-all. Everybody trying to get that one story that nobody else was going to get. Of course, that's impossible. I took the opportunity to talk with true freshman backup quarterback Jeremy Johnson, who didn't seem the least bit overwhelmed.
Right now, I'm just taking it all in, learning how to be a leader on the college level, and I'm just enjoying this opportunity.
Regardless of how limited it is, his only significant playing time came because of injuries to Nick Marshall, a start against Western Carolina, and a relief appearance against FAU. But his performances in those 2 games were enough to leave Auburn fans wanting more.
I'm pretty sure everybody enjoyed watching me play. I love to see myself play myself, but Nick led this team to the national championship, man. You can't nobody take that away from him.
And you never know. It's happened before in the national championship game 4 years ago, when Colt McCoy got hurt against Alabama.
Coach Miles stay on me. He probably stay on me more than anybody on the team, and he just keep reminding me of that. And I just prepare like the starter every practice all year. I've been preparing like the starter because he always tell me, you never know, you never know. If my number call, I'm well prepared, and I got a confidence. My team got confidence in me, and Lord knows I win the national championship if I have to.
Stu McCann joins me now, and Stu, I think one of the reasons that Johnson is so comfortable is because of the guidance he gets from Cody Burns.
Yeah, it's a familiar name, and now his new role, he can kind of act as the buffer between the players and the tough, gruff old man. Hollywood is known for its stars. Cody Burns isn't interested in being one again.
They know what went on in 2010. They know what I did, and I really don't have to tell them anything.
Burns was Auburn's SI cover boy 4 years ago. The touchdown against Oregon was his moment, which was printed and distributed to make it the moment.
That picture, it was everything. It was everything. You know, him going in the end zone, it was awesome, man.
That's one of the higher moments that, you know, anyone can really say. That's the biggest stage in college football, is to score a national championship. To score a touchdown in the national championship is a big stage, and I was glad that I'm able to be a part of that, being able to be a part of the Auburn family, and help my team win a game.
Burns prefers to spend this title game out of the camera's eye, hoping another Tiger can experience what he got to in 2010. That's not to say he doesn't have an important role.
You know, he's been through it, and you know, at the time I wasn't a starter, and he was a starter at the time, so he's able to, you know, reiterate those times when he was here.
He helps us out a lot in practice. He'll pull some of the receivers aside, some of the H-backs aside, and kind of work on small things and make sure we fully understand it. So, yeah, it helps a lot.
This is their own identity. This is their own team. They don't want to, you know, worry about what I did back in 2010. They want to make their own legacy, and I think that's what they're doing.
Now, Cody says he has a couple of the SI covers. One of his best friends on the team, Nosa Igwe, says you take that number 2, you triple it.
Yeah, with friends like that, who needs enemies, right?
I get,
all right,
yeah.
Thanks a lot, Stu. Coming up next, if it comes down to a field goal, both teams like their chances. And you'll want to be sure and stick around until the end, because we've got a tribute to the way Auburn always played until the end. Stay with us.
This segment of Season of Destiny is brought to you by Ronnie Watkins Ford.
No hassle, no haggle car buying for over 15 years. That's Ronnie Watkins Ford in Gadsden. No gimmicks, no high-pressure deals. Just great prices and friendly service. Where Alabama shops Ford. RonnieWatkinsFord.com.
There was a bee in the car. I got distracted.
He panicked.
I didn't panic.
Panicked.
Oh, there's a bee in here.
Get it out.
Take the wheel. It's in the back seat. It's coming at me.
Clearly a panic.
I didn't panic.
A little panicked.
Well, it looks like the damage was minimal, so just leave everything to me. We'll get you a rental car, we'll get your car fixed, and you guys will be good to go.
So, we're good.
Great. Bzz.
For a plan built just for you, personal service, and an agent that's always right there with you, call Alpha.
At any moment of any day, it could happen to any one of us. Me, you, your brother or sister, mother, father, friend, even your child.
In the blink of an eye, an injury or illness could rob you or a loved one from the ability to earn a living. For the Social Security disability benefits you so rightfully deserve, call Pitt Cincinnati.
Here's the deal. You can always save at Publix. Come on, I'll give you the tour. So you're shopping and, oh, hi, BOGO. Buy one, get one, bingo. BOGO, BOGO, BOGO. All you planners, start with our weekly ad. The best deals right here. Hundreds more throughout the store. Plus, we're really coupon friendly. So bring them on in. You can always plan on saving. In the same place you love to shop. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
No hassle, no haggle car buying for over 15 years. That's Ronnie Watkins Ford in Gadsden. No gimmicks, no high-pressure deals. Just great prices and friendly service. Where Alabama shops Ford. RonnieWatkinsFord.com.
Defensive lineman Dee Ford spent the week entertaining his teammates on the piano in the hotel lobby. They said he plays better than he sings. Regardless, he's a pretty talented guy. And Ford will try to make Jameis Winston miserable tomorrow night, who in his sessions with the media has been candid, confident, and engaging, talking about himself, his team, and what's at stake Monday night.
And the number one unusual thing to hear in a football huddle.
How many of you guys won the Heisman?
It's hard to say what he's handled better, the bright lights off the field or the bright lights on it.
Whether Jameis is 19, whether he's 22, whether he's playing at Florida State or whether he's playing in the NFL, I would expect him to play at a high level.
From the very first game of the season, the very first game he started, Jameis has made it look easy.
I mean, it looks easy, but people don't look at the behind closed doors of how much hard work we put into this.
The Heisman Trophy, the appearance on Letterman. It's a little different from being named Friday Night Blitz Player of the Year.
Well, my life hasn't changed at all.
I can tell you, he's changed mine. Last year at this time I was 2-10 and out of a job.
His teammates have embraced him because he's embraced the team concept. He's the star, but he lets everybody shine.
Actually, the other day in Dave and Buster's, somebody told Kenny, congrats on winning the Heisman. I was like, you right. I mean, he won it for me.
And now this season, he's got one more thing to win, and he's got extra incentive.
I mean, when you got the opportunity to play in a national championship game and your team is the only team on television, and then this game on my birthday, we're not going out there to just play around.
And Jeff, Jameis Winston is one big reason why Florida State's kicker leads the nation in scoring.
Yeah, how about 147 points, Mike? Both teams have really good kickers. Roberto Aguayo for Florida State, Cody Parkey for Auburn. The two have a mutual respect for one another, and there's a lot for both to respect. Cody Parkey saw Wes Byram close out his career by kicking a field goal to win the 2010 national title. Monday, Parkey could be faced with the same opportunity.
I feel like I'm prepared, if I have to hit the game winner, if we win by 50, whatever happens.
FSU redshirt freshman Roberto Aguayo is the Lou Groza Award winner. He's perfect on all 90 of his extra points, 19 of 20 in field goals. One thing he hasn't done is kick a game-winning field goal.
That's what a lot of kickers don't get. They put the pressure on themselves. I got to. It's the same kick. You go out there with the mentality that you're going to make this kick and split it down the uprights.
Both kickers say the reason they're so confident is because of practice. Practice under pressure.
Countless amount of times I've kicked the football with a live hold, live snap, live everything, in a game and practice. It's just, I think practice is where you really get your confidence.
I'm always like, all right, game winner, guys. Like, this is to win the game, or this is to tie the game, put pressure on me. And, it gets my mind right, so that situation comes, I'm ready. I'm already used to it,
Mike Parkey has only one game-winning field goal in his career last year against Louisiana Monroe.
And the stakes will be just a bit higher.
Just a little.
Tomorrow night. All right, coming up later, the sports reporters will have a roundtable discussion about tomorrow night's big game. And next, I sat down with Coach Gus Malzahn for a candid one-on-one chat about this season of destiny. Stay with us.
Season of Destiny is brought to you by Alpha Insurance.
No hassle, no haggle car buying for over 15 years. That's Ronnie Watkins Ford in Gadsden. No gimmicks, no high-pressure deals, just great prices and friendly service. Where Alabama shops Ford, RonnieWatkinsFord.com.
Legacy Credit Union is known for great rates on auto loans.
What other loans do you offer?
Legacy offers loans to fit most any need, including mortgages, home equity loans, and credit cards. Our lifestyle loans are designed to fit your unique needs, such as unplanned expenses, vacations, weddings, and more. Take advantage of the Legacy difference. Apply today at LegacyCreditUnion.com or any Legacy branch.
If you're ever injured in any type of accident that was not your fault, you need the protection of Wettermark Keith.
At Wettermark Keith, we put passion behind every case. We help get you the best medical care, the best rehab, and fast. When the unthinkable happens, we want you to focus on getting well, and we'll focus on handling your accident claim.
At Wettermark Keith, you can call and talk to them for free. They're a great law firm.
Wettermark Keith, because your case matters. Call 800-309-0500.
Bama Fever Tiger Pride wants to congratulate the Auburn Tigers on their berth to the BCS National Championship. As the world's largest supplier of Alabama and Auburn merchandise, Bama Fever Tiger Pride invites you to check out all the latest gear from Auburn's Season of Destiny. With all the latest Iron Bowl and SEC Championship apparel, plus everything you need to get outfitted before and after the big game in Pasadena, Bama Fever Tiger Pride has it all. Come by one of our convenient locations today.
Why a water balloon? It acts like strong, healthy skin. New, dramatically different Moisturizing Lotion Plus from Clinique. Strengthens skin's moisture barrier by 54%. Defends against the outside world. Skin looks soft, supple, plus it glows. New, dramatically different Moisturizing Lotion Plus from Clinique. Make it part of your 3-step skincare. Available at participating Belk stores.
No hassle, no haggle car buying for over 15 years. That's Ronnie Watkins Ford in Gadsden. No gimmicks, no high-pressure deals, just great prices and friendly service. Where Alabama shops Ford, RonnieWatkinsFord.com.
You're watching ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.
Auburn head coach Gus Malzahn is a busy guy. He's got time for football, and that's about it. He's only done one sit-down one-on-one interview with local TV, and that was with me a few days ago. I asked him about himself, his team, and this season. You know, I covered that 2014 that went undefeated, and then, of course, I covered the 2010 team that won the championship, and then this team. And the thing I noticed, all those teams liked each other, and there wasn't any jealousy. How important is that?
I think it's very important. You know, you're exactly right. Our guys aren't jealous of each other. They play together. They like each other, and that's been a big key to our success.
I put together a 9-minute show closer for this special that we're doing. And the thing that struck me, two things. One, is that there was like a different hero every week, and 2 is how much fun the players had with the student body after wins.
Yeah, it's been really something to see this team grow. And each game somebody's been stepped up when they've had to, and that's always good. At the end of the games, this group has found a way to win, and they've enjoyed the experience, and they've enjoyed the fans.
I look back at that 2010 team, where it started, where it finished, and then I thought, well, they can't top that. And then 2013 rolls around. And after the Georgia game, I thought, I've seen it all. And then the Alabama game comes. And then you run for almost 600 yards against Missouri. It's like you're constantly playing a game of, can you top this? And I saw in the postgame, you were always talking about going this way, getting better.
Yeah, our goal has been real simple, to get better each practice and each game. And we've done that. And, each game's been bigger. Our guys have found a way to improve each week, and they've had to, because the opponents have gotten better each week. And we need to improve again, to have a chance to win this one.
I'm curious when you decided that you wanted to be a coach, when the light went on for you. And there's been so much talk the last 6 or 7 weeks about this being a team of destiny. Do you feel like you were destined to be a coach?
Well, that's all I ever wanted to be. I either wanted to play sports or be a coach. Started coaching boys club, basketball, baseball, and football probably in about 9th grade, and just loved it, and always knew I wanted to be a coach. And my senior year started thinking football.
And you're a man of faith too. And I've often wondered how faith influences the way you coach.
Well, I think it has great influence on the way I coach. I look at coaching as my ministry. I feel very blessed to be doing what I'm doing. A coach has great influence over his players, and it's always fun for me to watch players grow, to end up being, good husbands, good fathers. The game of football, you can learn so much that can help you in life.
I know this isn't something that you're necessarily concerned with, but how do you think people see you, and does that mesh with the way you see yourself?
That's a good question. I am who I am, and I just, try to be pretty transparent and try to, just do the best job I can.
It's funny, we saw you after the Texas A&M game jumping up and down with your team, and by all accounts, your team says you're a different guy around them than you are around us. Is that by design? Why is that?
I think you got a job to do, and I'm one of those guys that I'm extremely focused. And anytime you see a team grow and get better, and you see smiles on their faces, everything this team has went through, and that Texas A&M game was just one of those moments that was very special. Saw smiles on guys I hadn't seen smiles all year, and it was just a lot of fun.
People use words like guru and genius when they talk about your offensive coaching ability. Do you embrace those labels, or do you kind of want to distance yourself from terms like that?
Yeah, I don't think that way. I mean, each year you got your team. You try to make them as good as you can be.
People want to call Auburn lucky for the way they beat Georgia, and then the way they beat Alabama. Are they missing the bigger picture, Gus?
Well, I think any time you win the SEC, I mean, I'll think back at 2010, there's moments that you got to make plays and win games maybe you shouldn't. And there was a couple that we pulled out at the end, but, I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of luck involved, big picture-wise.
I think people forget that you were up 20 on Georgia, so it's not like you...
As a coach, that's what I think about. I think we were up by 20. We lost a 20-point lead.
And then against Alabama, you're down 14, and you battle back.
Yeah, no doubt. And they're the #1 team in the country. They got big-time players at every position. Of course, the way we won Alabama, that was a special play. But I felt pretty good if we went in overtime. We had a lot of momentum. They were a little tired, so it doesn't make a difference what you do. If you find a way to win at the end of the game, that's big, and very few teams can do that, especially time and time again.
Do you feel like you have to win that game to validate your season?
I mean, our goal is to win. There's no doubt. I mean, we understand that we're playing a very good team, but I know our guys will be extremely disappointed if we don't win, and I'm sure they will too. But, you're playing for a championship. Everybody wants to win a championship.
I know this. Coach Malzahn must be living right. He is in rarefied air, on the verge of winning a national title in just his 2nd year as a head coach. Thanks to him for letting me spend some time with him. Coming up next, I'll host a roundtable discussion with some members of the media talking about tomorrow's big game. Stay with us.
This segment of Season of Destiny is brought to you by Pitts and Cincinnati.
We don't have to look far to find real suffering. As disability attorneys, we see it in the life stories we defend each day. It's had a profound impact on me, the way I live my life, and the things I value most in it. We help people find the physical relief they deserve and the financial relief they need. If you feel your quality of life slipping away, we can help.
I'm everywhere that my customers are.
In the grocery store.
Go to church together.
You're a part of their life.
You can go in and sit down face to face.
I wrote a life insurance policy one time standing at a man's tractor with the application leaned up against the tractor tire.
They call you on Saturday or Sunday.
And the client said, "Did I wake you up?"
When my client needs me, though, my family understands I have to go and help them. They know Alpha is going to be right there.
I get to help others here in my hometown.
For the best agents in the business, call Alpha.
My son is going to college.
And I travel a lot. Will Legacy Credit Union still be convenient?
Of course. Legacy provides many free and convenient ways to manage your account, such as free mobile banking, online banking with bill pay, e-statements, and more. And with access to over 5,000 branches and 30,000 free ATMs throughout the nationwide co-op network, Legacy is always nearby. Make the most of your money, no matter where you are. Join today.
Mom, Dad, you want to ensure that your child's going to be successful? Give them a good work ethic. Teach them to do chores in the house, to finish their homework, to get jobs done. This will be a strong foundation for them to be successful in life. And remember this truth, your example will always outlive your advice. Show them a strong work ethic in your daily life.
It's under 400 calories.
Under 400 calories.
It's under 400 calories.
Under 400 calories.
Ugh.
Dunkin's great tasting sandwich options all under 400 calories. Try the new sliced turkey breakfast sandwich today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Download the free ABC 3340 News and ABC 3340 Weather app for Android and iPhone. Breaking news, current storm alert radar, and live streaming of newscasts. News and weather anywhere, anytime from Alabama's news leader.
Welcome back, everybody, to a season of Destiny. I'm joined now by John Sullivan from AL.com and Ryan Brown from the Roundtable on WJOX. Welcome. I appreciate you guys being here. You know, I was impressed with the way these two teams handled themselves all week long. Could you discern anything at all from their body language, their attitudes in the media sessions about either team?
Not really. I think they both come in pretty confident. They're confident teams. They've both had success this season. I think, you know, Jameis Winston comes off as bordering on arrogance a little bit, but it's supreme confidence. That's just sort of who he is.
Yeah, I think these media sessions lend themselves to teams appearing loose because a lot of times you have players doing interviews, goofing off, making crazy pictures, but it did seem like being in there, Auburn specifically is a very loose football team right now.
The personalities of the two coaches always filter down into the team, and of course their personalities are different, and the two quarterbacks, could their personalities be any more different than they are?
Jameis Winston just strikes you as you're thinking, what is this guy's persona? What is his what is he saying? But I've talked to a lot of people about him, and
you know, John, I think he's under control though when he's saying that stuff.
He is. He's got supreme confidence in himself. He knows who he is. He puts the work ethic in. He's an incredible performer too. He flips the switch on and off very well.
But isn't there a fine line between arrogance and confidence?
Yeah.
And it seems like a lot of times Jameis Winston is across that line. You never feel that way with Nick Marshall. He seems to be supremely humble and quiet. And,
very humble.
I mean, you know, so I think there is a big difference between the two.
Early in the week, both sides got peppered with questions about luck, especially from the national media, and specifically about whether Auburn was lucky to be here with the way they beat Georgia and followed that up with the way they beat Alabama. Gus Malzahn, we heard him in the interview, call those plays special. The players have said they're blessed. As an unbiased observer, does Auburn have to win the game tomorrow to validate their appearance in the game?
No, I mean, Auburn won the SEC championship. Auburn was a very good team. Did they have some luck along the way? Sure. They got a lucky bounce, a lucky tip against Georgia, but they don't need anything to validate their appearance.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you are an undefeated or one-loss SEC team, you deserve to be in the game. Whether you win it or not, you deserve to be there because you're the SEC champion.
And like I pointed out with Malzahn, they led Georgia by 20. Yeah. They were down 14 and came back for Alabama. Today on AL.com, Kevin Skarbinski wrote that if Bobby Bowden and Nick Saban had a child, it would be Jimbo Fisher. you know, to be honest, I didn't doubt Jimbo's football coaching ability, but I wondered if he could ever be the face of a major program like Florida State. How about you?
No, see, I didn't have those doubts. I thought he always was a very highly motivated, highly successful coach. You know, UAB wanted him. He was a coach who came up through the Bowden ranks. I thought he was going to be a guy who would have success.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I took biology at Jacksonville State, and I think this is not possible. But I always, you know, Jimbo Fisher, there were times at LSU where his offense would lay an egg in a really big game. And I thought sometimes there's been some revisionist history written about his offenses. And I doubted it too, to be honest.
And he still sounds, he's a little rough around the edges, still sounds a little bit like the son of a coal miner, which there's nothing to be ashamed about, and he should never make any apologies for. All right, coming up, we'll have more on the roundtable. Will Auburn's defense be any match for the Florida State offense, and could the Big Ten actually play a part in the outcome of this game? Stay with us.
Season of Destiny is brought to you by Legacy Community Federal Credit Union.
No hassle, no haggle car buying for over 15 years. That's Ronnie Watkins Ford in Gadsden. No gimmicks, no high-pressure deals. Just great prices and friendly service. Where Alabama shops Ford. RonnieWatkinsFord.com.
The majority of people may go through life competent in many areas, but never really mastering one. My dad used to tell me to do two things at once is to do neither. It's a perspective Tim and I share.
To do one thing and do it well. Social Security law is our focus, our expertise, and our commitment. Nothing else.
It's where we're planted. It's where we bloom.
First Care Urgent Care and Family Medical is the one you trust for all your family health care needs. First Care offers quality health care with fast service in a cost-effective, convenient, and friendly environment. Conveniently located just 2.6 miles from University of Alabama, with top physicians available and state-of-the-art equipment, First Care offers a variety of pediatric, adult, and occupational health services to meet your health care needs. Call 205-349-2323 for more information.
Giving life a second chance. Composer and pianist Michael Savella received his second chance at life with the gift from an organ donor. One organ donor can save the lives of 8 people. But nearly 3,600 Alabamians continue to wait for the gift of life. The donor designation on your license could give others a second chance at life.
Yeah! McDonald's!
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's!
Choose a Big Mac meal, a Quarter Pounder with cheese meal, or a filet of fish meal with medium price and drink for just $5 each. Now at McDonald's.
McDonald's! Woo!
No hassle, no haggle car buying for over 15 years. That's Ronnie Watkins Ford in Gadsden. No gimmicks, no high-pressure deals. Just great prices and friendly service. Where Alabama shops Ford. RonnieWatkinsFord.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Mike Rada along with John Solomon from AL.com and Ryan Brown from WJOX, the Roundtable. Auburn on the verge of maybe winning its second championship in 4 years. If that 2010 team played this year's team, who'd win that game?
Well, you know, it's difficult because of Cam Newton. I mean, he's one of the greatest single-season players we have ever seen in college football. I think there are things, though, Nick Marshall does better than Cam Newton. He's not a better quarterback. No, I do. I think he runs the option. He sells the fakes better. Auburn's better this year at running back. I think it would be an excellent game, and the defenses are a lot alike, too. I would still go with Cam Newton, though.
You think they're definitely better this year than running back?
I think so. I think Trey Mason is better than Mike Dyer.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I think I go 2010 because of Cam Newton, and I think this is a better defense in 2010 than 2013, particularly rushing defense. That worries me about this year's Auburn team.
Big Ten officials for this game. With as fast as Auburn wants to go, nobody in that league plays that fast. Could that be a concern?
Well, I think so, and I think for both teams, for pace for Auburn, but also the speed of the game. I mean, it's, you know, when you see a player from the Big Ten face an SEC team, they have to adjust to the speed, and I think the officials will also.
It's always a little bit of concern, but actually, Big Ten teams had more plays per game this year than SEC teams.
Wow.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Stat of the night.
There you go.
Offense for Auburn is all about rhythm. How bad will they be affected by the layoff, John?
I think one of the biggest things for the layoff could be an advantage for Jeremy Pruitt in Florida State against Auburn's offense. I think this gives them a lot more time to look at that unique offense and try to develop a way to be disciplined for it.
I'll tell you, Florida State has such a prolific offense. They've only trailed once this season. They've beaten teams by an average of 42. They've scored 689 points, 90 touchdowns. Auburn's not bad either now, 69 touchdowns. The Tigers have scored 522 points. Will that offense carry over into tomorrow night's game?
Well, I think that's the big question. The big question is they haven't had to keep the switch flipped for 4 quarters. If they are called on to do that tomorrow night, can Florida State do that?
Yeah, I think that's a huge question. We don't know if they can play a 4-quarter game and how they do in that situation. And I'm always a little leery when everyone sort of anoints a national champion, one of the greatest teams ever, before we actually play the championship game.
Can you give me a quick prediction?
I'm going Florida State 34-27.
How about you, Ryan?
I say Auburn wins the game 38-34.
All right, fantastic. Hey, thanks guys for being with me. I really appreciate it. All right, coming up next, a look back at what has been an unbelievable season from the plays and reactions of the guys who've given Auburn fans the most improbable and exciting season in history. Stay with us.
This segment of Season of Destiny is brought to you by Bama Fever Tiger Pride.
Bama Fever Tiger Pride wants to congratulate the Auburn Tigers on their berth to the BCS National Championship. As the world's largest supplier of Alabama and Auburn merchandise, Bama Fever Tiger Pride invites you to check out all the latest gear from Auburn's Season of Destiny. With all the latest Iron Bowl and SEC Championship apparel, plus everything you need to get outfitted before and after the big game in Pasadena, Bama Fever Tiger Pride has it all. Come by one of our convenient locations today.
I had a love-hate relationship with Philly. I loved the food.
You suck, T.O.!
But the fans hated me.
Hey, T.O.!
But now with the Philly cheesesteak on a burger, I get all the love and hold the hate.
The Philly cheesesteak thick burger on a fresh-baked bun. Only at Hardee's.
It's under 400 calories.
Under 400 calories.
It's under 400 calories.
Under 400 calories.
Ugh.
Dunkin's great tasting sandwich options all under 400 calories. Try the new sliced turkey breakfast sandwich today. America runs on Dunkin'.
What's new at TJ Maxx? Italian leather handbags that'll rock your new year. Deals on designer heels that'll kickstart your style. And a totally new way to score. Now you can shop online at tjmaxx.com. Check it out and let us make a Maxxinista out of you. TJ Maxx.
Public notice. It's the final days of the massive $10 million warehouse inventory sell-off at Ashley Furniture Home Store. Tons of merchandise has been trucked in from the warehouse to the showroom and is priced for immediate disposal. Find a huge selection of living room furniture, dining room furniture, bedroom furniture, mattresses, and more. Sacrificed at extreme, drastic price cuts. Hurry. Once it's gone for good. During the final days of the massive $10 million warehouse inventory sell-off at Ashley Furniture Home Store.
When hurt in an accident with a tractor trailer, you need the protection of Wettermark Keith.
When you're hurt, you need a law firm that's really going to fight for you. One that's going to treat you with respect.
Wettermark Keith has recovered millions of dollars for their clients, and they can help you too. Call 800-309-0500.
After an accident, you should call Wettermark Keith.
Wettermark Keith, because your case matters. Call 800-309-0500.
24 and a half hours from now, the Auburn Tigers will try to put an exclamation point on what has been a truly remarkable season. Regardless of the outcome, there's never been a dull moment. And before we go, here's a look back at the Season of Destiny. Thanks for watching and enjoy the game.
We had our ups and downs, but when we need to execute, we did.
That's all we talk about in practice is finishing. You know, everything is going to always get ugly. We knew it was going to be an ugly situation. You know, our first time, we got a lot of, you know, fresh people, new starters. So we just had to execute, and we did.
It feels good to win. Brett, you want to lead the fight song?
It's giving us confidence. You know, we're shaking off what happened last year as a team, and I mean, everybody's looking forward to improving every week, and I think that's what we're going to do.
For to play in these situations of the game, and then I just stepped up big for my team and made plays.
We've been talking about this team, you know, improving each practice and each game. And even though it hurts right now, there were some good things out there that I think we can build upon moving forward for the rest of the year.
Carl Lawson stepped up. You know, Gabe stepped up. D stepped up. The whole defensive line stepped up. And this is a testament to those guys. We really haven't put in the work.
We always talk about, man, we got to keep fighting, and we need games like this, man. Biggest turnaround in college football history. That's why I came back my senior year.
You know, those guys were talking a lot. You know, I just try to tell them, you know, look at the scoreboard.
proud of our special teams. 2 special teams touchdowns that they were momentum plays. They're playing together. They're showing some mental toughness. You know, they're not panicking. They're believing, and they're playing together.
All right, here we go. 4th and 18 for the Tigers. Here's your ball game. Nick Marshall stands in, steps up, going to throw downfield, just a home run ball, and it is tipped up. And Lewis caught it on the deflection. Lewis is going to score. Lewis is going to score. Lewis is going to score. Touchdown Auburn. Touchdown Auburn. A miracle in Jordan Hare. A miracle in Jordan Hare. 73 yards, and the Tigers, with 25 seconds to go, lead 43 to 38. We want Bama. We want Bama. We want Bama. We want Bama.
From Birmingham, number 11, Chris Davis.
Yarder. It's got, no, does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
You know, when I was running, I looked back, I said, I can't believe it. You know, and as I was running, I said, God is good.
Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable